Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would like that you guide. Last week, before you adjourned the House, I did raise a critical matter regarding the bills that are before us to process, which are on the order paper for second and third reading. And the complaint that I raised at the time, Right Honourable Speaker, was that we were hurrying through the process. I even tabled here notices by the clerk to Parliament and the clerk to the committee, inviting very hastily stakeholders to come and give input to the UPDF amendment bill and, of course, the political parties amendment bill. Honourable Speaker, the stakeholders that were invited, most of them received those communications at 8 a.m., requiring them to be present before the committee at 9 a.m. Uganda Law Society received their letter at 11:50 a.m., and they were being required to appear at 12 noon, 10 minutes later. And yet that was the only day available for submission of views, memoranda, and so on and so forth. When I raised this issue before you, Right Honourable Speaker, you committed and said that I should not worry. The process is going to be given adequate time. After all, according to our rules, we've got 45 days within which to process these bills. That was your commitment, Honourable Speaker. You said, let me not worry. You're going to give adequate time to process these bills. And some of these stakeholders actually wrote back to the committee requesting for time on Monday, Tuesday, and so on. But as we went into the weekend, colleagues on the committees that were considering these bills were at a hotel considering the bill and writing their reports. In other words, disregarding the views of the different stakeholders. Honorable, I don't know if you want to allow information in my procedural point.
Can you finish on your procedural point?
Even though I know he had a very critical issue to beef it up. But like I was saying, Honorable Speaker, it appears as if there was a machination to look out the different stakeholders. And yet you committed, Right Honorable Speaker, that there's going to be adequate time. And I said, we are going to follow your guidance, which you gave here. But that did not happen. I don't want to think that the Speaker lied to us as the House. Or could it be that the committee disregarded your ruling? Because when you speak, when you're in that chair, you're giving guidance and ruling. You said the committees are going to avail adequate time. But the committees went into the weekend and they began to write their report. What happened, Right Honourable Speaker? Did the committee disregard the guidance that you gave? I would request that you help us on that matter.
Thank you. Honourable L.O.P.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. The procedure issue I am raising, the atmosphere under which we transact business here must be free. When we are considering the amendment, the so-called coffee bill, we had military people raiding Parliament, beating up MPs and arresting others, switching off rights, locking up journalists in the conference center, in the basement. This morning I came here. I had mobilized the people of Chira to come here and witness proceedings today because I am here on their behalf. But I came here when the whole Parliament had been barricaded by policemen with guns. So the procedure issue I am asking, and I have also seen people who look like SFC in suits stationed somewhere. So I want to be assured, Madam Speaker, that you are not going to surrender us like last time to be beaten by SFC.
How did I surrender you?
We are under you. We thought you will not allow that rights are switched off, that unknown people...
Honourable, you mean you've reduced me to that level of switching on and switching off lights? Huh?
Madam Speaker, I thought you as a speaker...
I will always protect my members. I will protect my members. Next item. Yes, L.O.P.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. Some time back I told you I'm one of the best performing Prime Ministers. So if I can produce work in such a short time, I want the leader of opposition to appreciate. That's what I can.
Yes, L.O.P.
Rule 17 of the rules of procedure of this House allow this House to suspend any rule except Rule 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 15, 1, 25, 94, 99, 104, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 124, 130, 131, 132, 133, 140, 149, and 205. Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, Rule 214 is not one of those rules that this House cannot suspend. So if it so pleases the House is at liberty to act in accordance with the rules.
Honourable members.
Mateeka tegakkiriza kukola tteeka kusalawo na kujungulula nsalawo ya kkooti. Ekyokubiri kkooti bwe yali erulinga ku tteeka lino yalambika nti kkooti marshal zisigale nga tribunal ezikola ku nsonga z'abajaasi era nga tezina kubanga kkooti endala era wokka weesobola okukolerako muntu yeyo webanga etudde nga mu field naddala nga bali mu operation zaabwe eza field naye sigezaako ate kukola tteeka litekawo kkooti marshal ate etuulenga kkooti eya bulijjo. Kkooti yalulinga n'egamba nti abantu ba bulijjo basigale mu kkooti eza bulijjo era bavunaanibwe mu kkooti eza bulijjo. Kati okukola etteeka lino kuba kuyisa lugaayo mu ssemateeka, kuyisa lugaayo mu nsalawo ya kkooti ate nga beerimbise mu kuba nti bagoberera nsalawo ya kkooti mu ngeri y'okukomyawo lino etteeka ate ne bayisa olugaayo mu buwaayiro obw'enkizo obwali mu nsalawo ya kkooti. Ekyokubiri, amateeka we gaba gakolebwa, rules za parliament nazo zityoboddwa kuba rules ziprovidinga nti biru ebe neekolebwa ekisooka mulina okubaamu okwebuuza abalina okuweta ebirowoozo bonna tebaweddwa mwagaanya ogwo. Kyakusatu nti ne komiti yennyini ba members nga bagiprocessinga tutegeezebwa abamemba abali ku komiti ezo ezikwatibwako bafunye mukisa kulaba ku ripooti eyogerwako bali bagenze wa Museveni mu kokasi yaabwe nga bakomawo bukomi nga bagamba balina ripooti babasanze mu parliament. Kati mu rules ezifuga okukola ripooti ya komiti ogiza mu komiti yennyini buli muntu n'ateekamu ebirowoozo bye n'abatakkanya ne bafuna kopi gy'oleese era ne bagenda ku record nti balina minority. Ne bino ebyakolebwa bayisiza lugaayo ne mu rules ezigobererwa ez'amateeka. So ngogaseko n'okuba ne parliament yo yennyini esalawundingibwa eno drone eno bakwata mundu gundi ne parliament erina kubanga eteesa n'okuyisa amateeka nga yeetengeredde nga tewali kangakangibwa ne kati wano kyolaba wonna wetolobbwa. So ng'opposition tusazeewo okufuluma okwekandaga enteekateeka eno eri wabweru w'amateeka ate n'ekyokubi n'ogamba nti tetukomyawo n'ogenda mu kkooti ffe oba ne bannayuganda abalala abalina endowooza zimu nga ffe eziwakanya enkola kubanga olaba buli tteeka erigoberera okukola buli mateeka ne rules ezigoberera okukola etteeka zamenyeddwa ate n'ensalawo ya kkooti nayo yennyini eri mu kumenyebwa. So bino byonna byakiyita mu lujja kuyisa lugaayo mu mateeka kuyisa lugaayo mu constitution na kutyoboola bannayuganda tuli banyiivu.